What is no longer worth it because of how expensive it has become? How everything is now a subscription. Okay, I guess I don't need it. Most fast food. Footlong sweet onion teriyaki from Subway and normal drink was $14 at Subway yesterday in Miami. I'm done with them forever. Remember $5 footlongs back in the day? RIP. Junk food. $6 for a bag of Lay's. I'll eat some damn baby carrots and hummus for less. Can't remember the last time I had a Coke either. Airbnb. All of the add-on fees usually drive the cost higher than an actual hotel stay in the same area. Doritos. $6.99 USD WTF? Cable television. And now streaming services are just as bad. Edit. Okay everyone, I get it. It's still much better than cable, and you're right. But neither are anywhere near as good as my Plex server. A pirate's life for me. I stopped pirating when it was more convenient just to watch everything on Netflix. Now it's more convenient to pirate everything again. Better experience and of course, free. There is quite literally research from the University of Kentucky talking about this. As complexity of access goes up, piracy goes up, and more crucially, rates of piracy stay up beyond the initial change even if it's rolled back. This research was presented to the studios 10 years ago and they still decided to make this mess of a streaming ecosystem. Edit. For those asking for a link. I can't find a link to the UK study, as I attended the talk in person a decade ago. However, I did find a similarly aged paper from Carnegie Mellon that talks about the same topic. More specifically, about how NBC's removal of their library from iTunes in 2007 caused piracy rates to skyrocket, while their re-edition of their library to iTunes in 2008 caused only a small decrease in piracy rates. Link. Concerts. By the time all the extras and fees are applied, they're out of reach. Thrifting has become crazy expensive. All of the thrift stores I used to go to have increased prices. On top of that, garage sales are crazy. My favorite is pulling up to garage sales and see the owners have just printed out random listing from eBay. No Bob, I am not gonna pay $100 for a microwave from 2010 because it sold for that on eBay 5 years ago. Edit. I think someone pointed out there is a Reddit for all of our unbridled rage. Thrift grift. Gestures broadly at everything. I honestly don't know how to survive anymore. Everything is getting more and more expensive, yet no one is getting a raise. Something has to give. Brisket used to be really cheap because it has lots of sinew and connective tissue. Takes a long time cooking to break down and make tender. Now barbecue has taken off, brisket has shot up in price. Streaming services. We're back at cable-like again. Haven't worn a pirate's hat in many years, but I can smell the salty air. I used to like dropping by Starbucks for a coffee, but fuck the $6 lattes or whatever it is now. Boxed cereal. A box of Cheerios for $7 plus. Get the fuck out of here with that nonsense. I'll buy the store brand for $2 that comes in a bag instead of a box. At least until that gets too expensive as well. I need to figure out something else to eat for breakfast that's not boxed cereal. Edit. Thanks for all the kind suggestions. I'll be sure to give some of them a try. I've cut eggs out of my diet in an attempt to get my cholesterol under control. Oats, oatmeal, etc. are an excellent suggestion, but they are a texture disaster to me. No matter how good they taste, I can't get past the gritty wallpaper paste texture. Oatmeal, grits, polenta, anything with similar texture is right out. All fast food. Used to be you could at least rationalize it as a cheap treat, but now it's just as expensive as higher-end, fresh ingredient places, with the same garbage quality and smaller portions. Ordering delivery. Used to be same price as ordering in person with a small fee and tip per item. Now most places have signed with a service, so they no longer do it themselves and now you have to go through DoorDash or Uber Eats, etc., which add on additional fees, increased prices from menu price and larger tips expected for what in most cases amounts to worse service than back when restaurant or pizza joint did their own delivery. Cost of living, housing. We may as well just all fuck off at this point. I'm an IT professional. I out-earn my parents by a large margin, yet I'm in my early 30s with no house or car. I'm gradually saving up for a deposit, but I can only do that because I live with parents and earn an above-average salary. Even I get fed up. My dad bought our house on a single blue-collar salary. I honestly don't know how people on minimum to average wage or rent keep going. Fixing things, which I used to love doing. It's often much cheaper to just buy another one. Eating out. Fuck. Eating in is way too expensive these days as well. Farmers markets. Everything was like 1/4 what it'd cost at the store, grown closer, and by smaller local farms. Then everything changed when it became trendy. Now it's more expensive than stores, and I question if it's even from local farms and not Costco. I go to the small one near me and the sellers have things like citrus fruit and bananas you clearly can't grow in Minnesota. I don't trust that they've actually grown any of it at this point. Buying a new car. Even the crap entry-level models with no options will run you near $30,000. Who the hell is buying a $70,000 Ford F-150? Getting regular haircuts. Laughs in woman. Damn near everything and anything. Except televisions. Go figure. Living. Most all chain restaurants. Way better to go to locally owned places. I have loved Panera for almost 15 years, but it's been a while since I went there. Wanted to get lunch delivered yesterday, so thought it'd be nice to have Panera. Chose the You Pick 2 option. Soup was $9 and a sandwich was $17. $26 plus tax for a freaking lunch at Panera. I could get a gourmet pizza for that price. Honestly, Panera can fuck right off. The quality of Panera has also been in steady decline for the last 10 years. It peaked around 2012 and today it's barely a bad imitation of what it used to be. Generally, what happens to everything these days? Make a good product high quality, get a good representative, get bought out in the guise of being able to expand, and watch all the cost-cutting profit maximization attempts over the years slowly destroy everything the company started out to be. Shareholders' investment companies are a plague on modern society. Almost every successful company falls victim to it, and all it does is hurt their customers with lower quality products. Panera was bought by JAB Holding Company in 2017 and their CEO was soon replaced. They began cutting quality and shrinking their portion sizes, similar to what happened when places like Chili's and Applebee's got bought up. The holding companies will extract every penny from the chain before selling it off for scrap. Health insurance. We pay about $12,000 a year in premiums, and also have an HSA that we contribute about $8,000 a year to. We have a deductible of like $10,000 that we have to hit for the insurance to pick up most of the costs. So in a bad year we are out at least $20,000 for medical insurance. We have 2 kids, and are pretty healthy, but seem to hit this every year now. Concerts. I went to hundreds of concerts in my teens, 20s, and early 30s. The most I ever spent on a ticket, until recently, was $150 to go to Woodstock, '99. I tried to get nosebleeds for Elton John's farewell tour last year and it was $250 to get in the building. Live music is one of the greatest pleasures known to man, and Ticketmaster, Live Nation ruined it. They own the distribution, management, venues, event planning, etc. It's a vertical integration monopoly.